Hi. Hey, Claire. Hi, Danielle. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. Hi, Kendall. As you can tell, I've been just a little bit busy. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Kim. Hey, Mom. Thanks for joining. Hi, Brittany. Well, as y'all can see, I did not make it home in time to scare Periscope tonight, so I'm sitting outside of Starbucks. Sandy, I wish you were here. I miss you. Yeah, so I'm just sitting outside here trying to get excited about the rest of the night. There's still lots to do, but I'm excited. Yeah, scary scope. Ooh. But anyway, here we are. Periscope is Starbucks. So Staroscope. How about that? So yes, y'all doing good tonight. Happy Wednesday. We had a great Wednesday around my house and my world. Great Wednesday today. So we are finishing strong. We have been talking about manners this week, and the reason why I've been talking about manners is because last week I was talking about dating and the importance of respect and kindness. You like my scarf, Mom? It was cold today. I had to grab that from your house. I got cold and I forgot my coat. So thanks, Mom. I swiped your scarf, but I'll return it. So, seriously, talking about respect and kindness, and it's impossible to have respect and kindness if we don't have basic good manners. So that's where we have to start, y'all. It's just some good manners, right? I don't know if that light helps at all, but so yes, and good manners is basically just being kind and putting others first and really totally helping people know that we respect them because we're having good manners. So that's kind of the way it works. Nope, not possible, right, Mom? Anyway, so y'all, I'm Trina Titus Lozano. For those of you who don't know me, I am a counselor and an ordained Christian minister. So my Periscope is always a lot of fun, and I've got great advice for you guys. So the best advice, if you want to find some, is on my website, TrinaTitusLozano.com. Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. But y'all, I want to talk about telephone manners tonight. Back in the olden days when my mom and dad were still teaching me how to have teaching me how to have good telephone manners, we were taught to answer the phone by saying, Titus residence, this is Trina speaking, okay? And then at work, I was taught to answer the phone, hello, this is Trina, how may I help you? So these are great manners. But now with the cell phones and with everybody having, caller ID, and you know who's calling you before you even call, or, it seems like we've sort of become lax on this, and we just sort of pick up the phone saying, hey, or hi, or what's up, or what's going on, or what do you want? But, so a lot of people would like to be introduced or would like to have a friendly hello. So even if you know the person that's calling you, especially if you know the person that's calling you, when you answer the phone, there you go. What's up, Win Diesel? Even when you answer the phone, be sure that you're answering with a real friendly answer, that you're excited to talk to the person on the other end, because that is the main thing. In fact, that was the point of introducing yourself back in the day before caller ID, is that people didn't know who they were talking to. So you just want to be sure to introduce yourself. And even oftentimes, I will even say, hello, this is Trina, even if I think the person already knows who they're calling. I have clients call me all the time, so I try to keep it even slightly professional, even though it is on my cell phone. Now, y'all, the very interesting thing about cell phones is we've moved so much away from actually talking on the phone to just texting. So there's a lot of etiquette that is new because, we kind of make it up as we go. Technology changes so quickly, so we got to figure this out. In the Child's Book of Manners, like I was talking about at my new Periscope with my grandkids, never asked, do you know who I am? Oh, yeah, that's terrible, right, Mom? It just puts you on the spot, and then that makes you feel awkward. But that's, these things were not in our Child's Book of Manners when we were little because it wasn't a thing yet. But now, y'all, just always be sure that you're keeping the other person in mind and that you're staying kind. Okay, that is the bottom line of good manners, that you're always others oriented. So use that emotional intelligence and keep in mind your social awareness so that you've always got that at the forefront of your mind. This is the most important thing. This is going to benefit y'all, having good manners. Oh, autocorrect. Yeah, that really fails you big time, right? But you guys, whenever we're thinking of having good manners, This is going to make you more successful in all of your relationships, including business, including in-law relationships, and any other difficult relationship. If you have good manners, it makes the biggest difference in how likable you are and how respected other people feel when they're talking to you and when they're in your presence. So when you are on your cell phone in public, y'all, I have a really loud voice, okay? It's just part of who I am. I talk loud, I talk fast, it is what it is. But I do have a pretty good social awareness. Now, when I am like in Starbucks just now, like I was, I'm not going to Periscope or even talk on the phone in Starbucks. I'm going to actually step out and then talk on the phone outside or in my car so that my loud voice does not interrupt everyone in the store. I love how the post office says don't use your cell phones. It's because they don't want everyone talking out loud. It disturbs everyone. And then if everyone is texting while they're standing in line, then they're completely oblivious and they're not moving up in line. You know, you can go to an amusement park right now and, you know, we stand in these really long lines. Well, when everyone is looking down at their phones and texting and being so into their phones, they're not even moving up in the line. So be sure that when you have your phone on you, which we do at all times, and I do too. In fact, I'm proud of it because if anybody ever needs to get a hold of me, I'm always available. But you know what? I keep myself reminded that I've got to be socially aware while I've got my phone on me. Meaning that if I'm making the people around me uncomfortable and people are literally like waiting for me to stop looking at my phone, I need to put it down immediately and pay attention to the people that are there. Now, if everyone that I'm with, say in the car or in my living room or wherever you happen to be, in an airport, at an amusement park, waiting in line, anything like that, if everyone is on their phone, then I'll go ahead and get on my phone too. It's a good time because everyone else is too. Well, if the person sitting next to me is not on their phone, sometimes I'll notice that they're not, and then I'll visit with them a little bit, and then I'll say, excuse me for a minute, I need to check my messages, or excuse me for a minute, I need to text someone. They can also be distracted and give wrong instructions to who is trying to help them. It is so true, Wendy. I mean, we are such a distracted world these days. Well, how do you be others-oriented when you're not even paying attention to anyone because you're so distracted? Now, I'm not even going to talk about texting and driving, okay, y'all? Because seriously, talk about not being others-oriented, not having good manners. I mean, at the very least, when you're driving, you should be paying attention and having good manners to everyone else on the road by considering others and not looking at your cell phone while everyone else is on the road. Listen, when people are texting you, there is an understanding that they will have to be patient for your response. They don't know when they will have a response, but they have an understanding they'll have to be patient and wait for it, y'all. And then you need to be understanding when you text someone else, be willing to wait for it. Oh, almost died when texting and driving. Seriously, it happens. It is so dangerous, y'all. It is so dangerous. And you know, we're all guilty of it sometimes, but you guys, it is so wrong on so many levels because not only does it make you at risk, everyone else in your car and everyone else on the road. So, you know, keep in mind a time to text and a time not to text, a time to answer your phone and a time not to answer your phone. Because people on the other end, they will adapt. They don't have an expectation that you will answer the phone every time they call. That's right. They don't have an expectation that you will be responding every single time, or that you'll read a text immediately every single time. I have 2-hour sessions in my counseling office, and then every 2 hours I'll have a little bit of a break. And sometimes we have a break every hour. So I'll be able to check my messages then. However, I've got to keep my phone on Do Not Disturb and give these people undivided time when they're in my office. Well, honestly, y'all, sometimes I think people need therapy just because no one else gives them undivided time and undivided attention. And I think that everyone really needs that. So you guys, I love what my son Bryson says. It's so cute. He says, hey, let's hang up and hang out. So it's, you know, it's kind of a thing that we'll all say now. Let's hang up and hang out, where everybody will put their phone away. Let's just hang out for a while. Let's just visit. Let's just talk. But you know, then there's times where you'll be visiting, talking, and everybody sort of settles down. One person will pick up their cell phone, start scrolling through. Well, when they do that, then you can say, okay, hey, you know what? Instead of being mad at them that they're doing that, you can say, okay, this is an opportunity for me to scroll through my phone. But you know what? If they put their phone down, be socially aware. You know, you've got to have that social awareness. Be socially aware. When they put their phone down, you put your phone down so that you guys can visit again. If they pick up their phone again, well, then you can pick up your phone. But whatever it is, y'all keep that social awareness. I know, it is so sad. It drives you crazy, doesn't it, Kristen? When you're at a restaurant, and even worse when people are at home. It is so awful for people to be at home or in restaurants or whatever. Yes, Mom, that is my worst pet peeve, is if I'm like at Chick-fil-A or something, or McDonald's, and there's a kids' playland. The kids are playing and the mom's sitting over at the table on her phone, or at the park and they're on their phone. And I'm just like, how come you're not paying attention to your kids? You know, but I do get it. I get the fact that our phones are on us all the time. We're all guilty of it. So we can't really point the fingers and be like, okay, you should never be on your phone. But we really have to be socially aware. So consider the fact that when you're on your phone, you're not paying attention to the people around you, okay? So, you know, you've really got to be aware of that so that you can prioritize wherever you are, be there, right? And for certain, you know, it's at nighttime. I'm seeing married couples that are doing this more and more and more often. Yeah, dirty houses, lots of text, right? Facebook. But, you know, I see more and more often that the couples are getting in bed and they're just scrolling through social media, they're reading the news, they're watching YouTube videos, they're doing all this stuff on their phone, even texting other people, but they're not connecting with each other. So telephone etiquette, for sure, y'all, is put your phone away when you go to bed. That's just being kind. That's thinking of the person that you're sleeping next to. You know, cuddle with them, be with them, kiss them, hug them, you know, and if they fall asleep and you've got insomnia, well, then I guess you can pull out your phone because it'll be okay at that point. But when you're both laying there awake, y'all, it is not good manners to be on your phone, ignoring anyone that you're with at any time. Out for dinner, so excited to see a large group of young people at the next table praying. Oh, that is great, Kathy. That is so great to see if they're praying or even talking to God, talking to each other. Oh, that's great. I'm glad your husband noticed too. Any of that is better than everyone being on their phones. But you guys, be socially aware. Just pay attention. And I know that we all need to check our messages. They were all looking at their cell phones. You know, we all need to check our messages. We all need to do that every once in a while. Our phones are a part of our lives, and it's okay. So we can know that that's the truth. Their heads are bowed. Oh, that is hilarious. That's funny. But you know, we really want to be socially aware and have good manners to say, look, if this is a time when everyone's checking their messages, great. But you be the first to put the phone down. But good manners are that you're not going to turn into a bossy boss and tell everyone, hey, put your phone down, put your phone down, put your phone down. You know, you don't want to do that. But be socially aware for sure when you're using your phones. And you know, if someone calls you, call them back instead of texting them back. If someone texts you, text them back. Or if someone calls you and asks you to text them back, then text them back. If someone texts you and asks you to call them, then call them. Remember, manners are always being others-oriented. So if they're specifically giving you an instruction or telling you what to do, then just go ahead and go with that instead of arguing or instead of doing the opposite of what they ask you. Because that's kindness and that's showing respect. So I hope that helps y'all just a little bit. And you can just remember to have good telephone manners, even when we've got our cell phones on us all the time. Remember being kind, being respectful, and always putting each other's needs first. That's really the key to all of etiquette, okay? I'm going to be back tomorrow at noon and 9 to continue to Periscope with y'all and give you all kinds of advice and good tips to just make your life be more respectful and more kind, and it's just going to benefit you in every area of your life. So y'all, thanks for taking the time to Periscope with me tonight, and I hope that you watch the replay if you haven't had a chance to. And for all of those who are watching the replay, thanks so much. Thank you so much, Wendy. You know I appreciate that about you, and I love reading your email today too. I just love having that connection with you, Wendy. God bless you, and God bless all y'all. That's what we say here in Texas. All y'all. God bless all y'all. Even all my Pennsylvania friends. You gotta say it the way I said it. God bless all y'all. Good night, you guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.